Welcome to the trade findings and adjustments for the Thursday morning, September 5th. I'm going to start out giving a little bit of kudos out to Keeve. If you followed or entered Keeve's Facebook or cost code suggestions from Tuesday, you could be out and profitable on both of them today. So always nice to see another point of view, some trades he sees. Good for him to be able to in all honesty, see things that I don't see and to give you guys some trades you could be at and be in. With that said, today, let's look at a couple of possibilities. But it is really hard to have a sustainable trend in the headline driven markets we are in. Which means, well, at least what it means to me is I'm looking for some short-term covered call opportunities. Why would I be looking for some short-term covered call opportunities? Why would I be looking for some short-term covered call opportunities? Perfect, Mary, right? Because I own the stock. So, Mary, you said it correctly, but why would it be important for me to own the stock? At least in a headline-driven market where we can't seem to sustain a trend, right? Trends all over the place, can't seem to sustain a trend. Why is it important for me to own the stock? Any idea? Question mark. So you don't know. Anyone else? Why is it important for me to own the stock and maybe do a covered call type strategy? All right, so I stumped you guys, huh? I like it. So I can create a caller trade, right? So I can continue to short calls if not called away. Another idea, so I don't get whipsawed and lose money on a spread trade. Right? I mean, it'd be really hard for someone to tell me right now, hey, we're bullish. Hey, we're back. Hey, we're good to go. I mean, take a look. Take a look at the S&P 500. Yes, this is our first day bouncing above the 50-day. But look at all that jagged movement on the Williams percent R. We are overbought on institution spending money. We have 3,000 as an upside resistance level. We have 3,019 as an R1 resistance level for a pivot point. We're not going to have China trade talks in September. We're going to have them in October. So, I don't know. It's a period of uncertainty. I would want to be able to do covered calls. If you were to ask me, well, I'm going to introduce you to a little bit what I was looking at. I was looking at AOBC thinking, boy, if I could do a $7, $8, some type of $7, $8 play on that one, I could be in really good shape. So I went out to October, and a $7, $8 bear call only net me 15 cents with $1 risk. Not enough profit for me to do a bear call on AOBC. So I then thought, well, what if I turn those into puts, right? What if I turn those into puts? Would it make sense? Buy an $8, sell $7, do a bear put. If I could get a quarter, I might like it. I'd really like it at 60 cents. But I doubt that I'd get filled. We could try it. Ooh. Not for everybody. What's going on here? Need to get to my account. Need to get to one of my accounts. Let's see. So, if I get in for 60 cents, I'd like it. But chances are that's not going to happen. 75 cents. Kevin, why don't you do 75 cents? I'll be honest with you, I'm not interested in paying 75 cents to try and make a quarter. It just doesn't do it for me. That's the easiest way I can tell you. It just isn't worth it for me to do the trade for a quarter. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. All right. So it's an idea. If you're going to ask me what trade would I do today, I like Under Armour. If I was going to place a trade on a bearish stock in a whipsawing market, I have a pretty good defined range on Under Armour. We're approaching our mid pivot point. It just had earnings. Coming off of oversold, is overbought on the Williams percent R for institutions, right? So I just, for me, I see a longer term opportunity. 18 probably to the low side. I would put a $20 one on. So if I was looking at a new position, I would be looking at Under Armour. I would add an option. I would do a September monthly, looking at $20. And here I have the opportunity to make 80 cents. 80 cents, I do a 921 order. An opportunity to make 80 cents in a really short, 2-week period of time, 2.5-week period of time. If I looked at 80 cents divided by 1920, it's a 4.1% return in 2 weeks. And I still have the stock that if it falls away from me, I can run into something pretty quickly and be able to get out of it. So this would be my spread trade. My spread trade would be a covered call using the stock ownership. I would be looking at a 920 limit order today, and I would be doing everything I could to make that 4.1% in 2 weeks. It is a pretty decent trade. 920 gives me a buffer down to 19. And if it got down to 19, I could always add a long put and turn it into a caller trade. It seems like a pretty easy position to be in. And, you know, for me, I guess I would just say it's kind of a no-brainer. Kind of a no-brainer. Wouldn't be a bad trade. Could be in it for a while, and off you go. So there's my thought for a trade today. And again, some of us are already in it. It doesn't mean that you can't still get into it. It just means you understand why and what you're looking for. Any questions on the Under Armour trade? I wonder if I could get in a little bit cheaper. What if I did 915? We'll keep it open. We'll see if I can't get a little bit more. Change at the end of the day. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you being here with me today. Mary, great comments. Thank you very much. But an Under Armour covered call for the monthly nets you 4% in roughly 2 weeks in a day that the markets are open. 2 weeks in a day, 4.1% return on investment. Quick short-term trade, and I like it. So that's what I would be looking at. My one would be an Under Armour September monthly $20 covered call. I'll go ahead and I will put everything in here so you guys can see it. But The key is that I guess, you know, I'm not bought. Everything's fixed. So my thought is that if things are not fixed and we have some issues, at least I'm going to be in a good position to be able to get out and or give a collar trade with losing 15, 20 cents would be the maximum loss that I'd be looking at. So pretty simple trade, nothing more than in times of uncertainty, being ready to collar trade. Limit price of 920. I've got a 915 right now, but I might keep on towards the last half hour, and then if I need to, I'll switch it to a 920, maybe even a 925. But if I can't get 75 cents a profit, I just am not going to be interested in doing the trade. Pretty simple trade to do. You guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Goodbye, everyone.